Hi, and welcome to your yin yoga practice. Today's sequence is for simply slowing down, taking a breath, letting yourself land in those in between places that yin yoga truly invites. So get yourself comfortable for our poem. This one is entitled Patches Beach. I still resist it, slowing down to savor the moment. There are so many points to prove. I have books to write, mountains to move. Yet for now, I don't mind how the sun turns the afternoon golden. When I'm quiet enough in my thoughts to amble outdoors, climb this tree, and write poetry. It's not a problem if I see it for what it is. A clock turning its hand, a planet twirling on its axis, a wave taking a breath out, a finished book being closed shut, a snail curling in, the curtains being drawn, a single drop of ink turning a whole cup of water blue. I can also be the furling of an autumn leaf. I can be a dust mote on the breeze. I can be the last star to fade as dawn sings out. And I can be the note hastily written that reads, I'll be back. I just need a really good night's sleep. So let's get ready to be like a wave, a snail. And begin on your back with your knees bent. And we'll start with a few, I can see a flock of beautiful cockatoos. We'll start with a few flowing bridges. So let's start to embody that quality of the wave taking a breath out. Start with the hands reaching up as you breathe in and down as you breathe out. And you can bring in the hips when you're ready, like a wave up on the breath in. And caressing the shoreline on that breath out. Do a few more, slow and steady. Synchronizing breath to movement is a sure way to begin regulating our nervous system. Last one, breathe in, open up that heart. And roll all the way back to the shore. Draw your bolster or block underneath your lower back so that your pelvis rests on top, and we will come into supported bridge pose. You can keep your knees bent or feel free to extend them nice and long. You could even reach your arms overhead. It feels quite nice just to drape your body like a curtain being pulled closed. Everything waiting for you beyond this practice. It can wait. We draw the curtains metaphorically, dim the lights, giving yourself this space to simply be with your breath. reach towards your right knee for cradle pose. You can always bend your left knee or keep it outstretched. Swap sides. And yin is a quiet practice, developing our ability to listen, to slow our thoughts, return to a more organic rhythm. Whenever I give myself permission to let things take time, whether it's a creative project or the pace at which I'm moving through the day, it always feels so much more right. I don't compare myself to people who are achieving more than me. I prefer to compare myself to trees and know that we too have roots that take time to grow. And why would you rush the beauty of that unfolding? Release your leg and bring both of your feet back to the floor. And just check that you've got plenty of space behind you. So inching forward as much as you need. Such a beautiful cloud outside, so fluffy. So come into a supported happy baby, drawing your knees down towards the earth. And babies have no concept of time, they just be, they just be babies. And one of my favorite qualities of this pose, Ananda Balasana, is this word Ananda, Sanskrit for bliss. And Ananda has also made its way into the scientific language as well, to the extent that we actually have a molecule called anandamide, and that is our bliss molecule. We have a receptor in our brains for this molecule, suggesting that bliss is something our body naturally receives. Bliss is not a fleeting high. It's not a dopamine hit of a notification. Bliss is an enduring state, allowing us to feel oneness with this beautiful world. Take your legs to the sky, waterfall pose. Letting your arms relax wherever they land. There's absolutely no expectation of moving on from here. But since it was in the poem and we're moving slowly like snails, just extending the invitation to take your feet over your head for snail pose. Come back as you are ready to waterfall. And just allow yourself to be like an autumn leaf, just dancing our way down from the sky on a breeze, making room for play. Where do you want to flow to? And as you move, you might become aware of the air on your skin, between your toes as you float them all the way down to your mat. Getting so quiet in your mind that you might hear that leaf fall. From here, roll your bolster underneath your knees, landing in Shavasana. Slowing down is vital, just as vital as any of your other self-care practices. Letting our yang lifestyles be complemented by this yin practice. And you might choose to stay for a little bit longer. But I'm going to gather my hands and deeply honor you for having the courage to go slow today. Namaste.